Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's digital plan with me. I had every intention of sitting down and filming my monthly plan with me in real time, but as you may know, I've been recovering from the most horrific flu I have ever experienced in my life. It has been really rough around here, but thankfully I feel like I am turning a corner. I'm still kind of congested and feeling pretty tired, but outside of that, I'm definitely feeling better, which I'm very grateful for. So I just really needed to sit down and plan out this month, considering that we are halfway into the month and February just so happens to be one of the busiest months for us as well. We just have a lot of extra really fun things going on this month. We have a lot of like birthday celebrations for friends, and we have some sports and just different things like that. So anyways, that's pretty much what's been going on over here. We got back from Disney. We had an amazing trip. I still do want to film like a memory keeping Disney video, so I'm hoping next Wednesday that I can get that up because I think it'd just be really fun to share, about our trip and everything. I am doing this voiceover. It's about 5:30 in the evening and we're like in the midst of the dinner rush right now, so if you guys hear noises in the background, it's just my kids and all that kind of stuff. But I thought I could hopefully maybe pop on here for like 15 minutes just to chit chat and update you guys. But yeah, so we went to Disney. I got back. I went out the next day with my girlfriends to celebrate one of our friends' birthdays. We did like a surprise birthday celebration for her and did like a 90s theme. It was super fun. But that night I was definitely feeling like out of it and tired, but I just assumed that was because of our trip to Disneyland and being tired from the trip. And then also, I was kind of outside of my comfort zone because we went to a dive bar, which is so funny. It's so not my scene at all, but it was a blast. We were dancing and stuff. They had a great DJ and everything, but I have not been to a bar since like pre-kids. Like it's been a while. So, yeah, and I was just out later. Like, I don't stay up late anymore. I feel like the latest I can stay up these days is 11, and that's really pushing it. I feel like just naturally my body's wanting to go to bed earlier, which I'm cool with, honestly. It's like, I don't know who said this to me at one point or where I heard this from, but I heard like nothing good happens after like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or not anything good, but like anything important, or I don't know what it was, but anyways, staying up later is just not my thing. So I just figured I was feeling a little off because of being out late and consuming alcohol. I hardly ever drink. Maybe like once or twice a year. I just am not, yeah. Anyways, so I just assumed because of that and the trip, but it turns out I had this like awful flu. And so the next day I woke up on a Sunday and I felt like I had been hit by a train. I had like body chills and fever and lots of coughing and being congested and just all this stuff going on for like, it's been 2 weeks now. I mean, I think 2 weeks as of tomorrow. I'm doing the voiceover on a Thursday, so that we got back from our trip, and I'm still, I mean, you can probably hear it in my voice a little bit. I'm still like not 100%. So anyways, I had every intention of filming all these videos when I got back, and I was really excited about it. And now I'm just kind of playing catch up. So I have another digital plan with me that I did a screen recording for this current week that I'm going to post, I believe, like tomorrow. And then I should be getting caught up with all of that because, yeah, it's been kind of interesting. I had everything written in to my February calendar, like everything that was going on. And so I would reference that when planning out my week, but it feels really nice having like my actual month planned for me now and like not having to look at all of my chicken scratch. So I used Kit 5 for this week. I'm using the Quarterly Ease planner. That's been my planner of choice for 2025. And I don't know, I have this like kind of aha moment where I was considering like designing a planner that is like kind of like a me type of planner, like everything that I personally need and use in a planner, just like accessible and ready to go. I'm considering doing that. The issue that I run into with those types of scenarios is that sometimes I feel like if I'm using something, I should offer it in my shop, because there's definitely some things in this planner that I really don't need, and that's going to be the case for every single planner, let's be honest. But one cool thing is that, if you take the time and stuff, you can just create a planner just for you that has your specific needs in mind. And so there's some things in this planner that like I don't really use at all. There's other things that I'm like, oh, this would be nice to use or whatever. And then I don't know, I'm kind of considering like making a planner for myself and then offering it in the shop and just like calling it like, I don't know if this would be weird. It might be weird. I was like, oh, maybe I could call it the Stephanie Ann planner or like, I don't know, but that feels so weird to me. So I don't know what I would call it, but anyways, random thoughts here. I've been really thinking a lot about product offerings and how this last planner launch went, and just how to make my business more like sustainable in the sense that I can keep up with the workload. We are debating making some big changes for this upcoming year. We've been touring some schools in our area, and we're considering potentially putting the kids in school. It's very difficult, very difficult to juggle homeschooling and running the business with Andrew working full time outside of the home, and he's about to start the PGA program too. And so I'm just finding it very hard to keep up with everything, to make sure that, I'm giving my all to homeschool. Obviously, my kids' education and their needs is my top priority. It is. It's my very top priority. But it's also challenging because the business also has to be like a really top priority thing, because it is the bulk of our monthly income. It's our livelihood. And so I have to make sure I'm giving that my all too. And so it's just getting to be kind of hard to do all of it. When Andrew was home more, it was a lot easier and everything, but it's a very difficult decision to make, because I love homeschooling. I am very passionate about it. I enjoy it. It brings so much joy. And I love like having a front row seat to seeing my kids learn. Right now, we're really focusing on teaching Julia to read and just seeing her progress. She is like full on reading paragraphs now. We're using the Teach Your Child to Read in 100 Easy Lessons book, and we're on lesson 59. We just completed 58 today, and like it's just so cool being able to witness all of that and to like learn with them too, because I love history, and so talking to Maddie about what she's learning in history and being able to chat about that together and doing science experiments together, I just love it. But I don't know how to do all of it. I don't know how. But we do have public school experience, because my oldest was in school for 3 years, for kindergarten, first grade, second grade. She was in school, and the school she was in has made a lot of positive changes, and we went and toured it recently and got to talk to the new principal and stuff, and it seems like it's going to be a really great fit. So I don't know. And then Jules has just only ever been home. She went to daycare for like a day at one point, but other than that, she's just been home. And but that girl will thrive. I know her. Like, she will do just fine. Julia is like a force. So I know she would do fantastic. Maddie, I think her reasons for originally coming home are still concerns of mine. And so, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do, but we know what to look for now. We're much more familiar with our area. We're familiar with the schools in our area. We know a lot of the teachers in our area. We have gotten a lot of feedback and stuff. So I feel like, we know what we're looking for and what is going to make a good fit for us. And so I like to say we take it year by year with homeschool, if we're going to continue or not continue. And it's about the needs of the family as a whole, and nothing is permanent, right? So if we end up deciding to do like school, to send them to school versus homeschool, there's no reason that has to be like a permanent decision. If it's not working out, then we just pull them back out and we homeschool. And we've got really good like curriculum for homeschooling. We like to use BJU Press Homeschool. It's a really excellent curriculum. I've been very, very impressed with it and everything. But I just, between homeschooling and having to run the business, and then also really needing to focus on my health and taking care of myself, I'm just finding myself like not able to do all of it. And that's a humbling moment for me, because there was a time in my life where I wasn't even like willing to entertain the idea of sending my kids to school. I just really wanted to continue homeschooling, but we need to function well as a family as a whole. And so we have to kind of figure out what that's going to look like, especially with Andrew needing to focus more on his career. And he's, like I said, he's starting the PGA program soon. So that's going to take up some of his time. And it's likely that he's not going to be able to help out with the business as much. And so that might mean that I need to, start doing some of the work that he does for me myself, or we're going to need to get creative and figure out how we can hire out some of these tasks so I can have some help with it. I don't know. Change is hard, you guys. I don't handle change very well at all. I like to make plans and I like them to go as I plan, but that's very rarely how life goes. And I am somewhat of a control freak. And so I like always think through these things, every possible scenario, every single outcome, like all the things. And so it's just kind of weighing on me right now. And it's like all that I'm thinking about, constantly thinking about, do we do school or do we homeschool? Like, what are we going to do here? What is that going to look like? It's just kind of crazy. Like, life just changes, but that's why I feel like you have to take it year by year, sometimes day by day, if we're being honest. And we've secured spots in our top school of choice. We went and toured a couple of them, and we were able to get the girls registered so they at least have a spot saved for them for this upcoming school year. We will finish out this current homeschool year. I don't want to like throw them in mid-year and stuff. Like, we're doing fine and everything. We're just going to continue to do what we're going to do, and I'm going to do the best that I can. And I kind of tweaked our schedule a little bit. I think the one thing that is the most difficult with homeschooling, and if you're a homeschooling family out there, you can let me know what your thoughts are, but with public school, private school, charter schools, that kind of thing, they have structure, right? Like, there's structure. You have to be there at a certain time, you leave at a certain time, lunch is at a certain time, all of that. I find that even though I have full, complete control over our schedule on a day-to-day basis, it is very difficult to replicate that structure in the home. Like, we're going to start at the same time every day. Like, there's so many variables that go into it, and you can have like the best plan ever, but at the end of the day, like, we've been sick, and that's just like life. Like there's more going on with the business. Like there's just so many variables in our day-to-day lives that having the kids at home, it just increases those variables, and it makes it that much more difficult to have like that set schedule and that structure that we're following. And like every single day is different in homeschool. There is not a day that is the same. Every single day is different. Some school days are super easy peasy. It goes really, really smooth. Other days it's crazy and I don't know. So, and then same thing with the business. Sometimes I'm like, okay, like I feel like I'm on top of my work stuff right now. Not so much because I've been sick. And so I feel really behind and I'm not anywhere where I had hoped to be with my work tasks at this point. So I feel like I have some catching up to do. But, anyways, that's kind of what's going on over here. So I hope that you enjoyed seeing me put this month together. I need to sit down and go through all of the posts for the P2P Spotlight. I still want to draw some winners for sharing your spreads in our Facebook group in January. I just need to go through all of the posts and make sure I write down names and stuff. And so I think that'll probably happen in the next Plan With Me. And then I swear, I promise you I'm doing my best to like get back into a regular rhythm here. So bear with me. It's just been rough with the sicknesses and stuff because it wasn't just me. Julia actually had the same thing. And thank the Lord, Andrew and Maddie has like a immune system of steel. That girl never gets sick. But thankfully they didn't get sick. But Jules and I have been going through it. So that's hard too because she's our littlest, and so that's been kind of rough as well. And then Andrew's still working, and it's just all the things, right? All the things. So I will draw P2P Spotlight winners during the next Plan With Me because I want to get this one up right away, and then there's going to be another Plan With Me going up sometime over the weekend at some point. So, but I do want to get back to drawing, P2P Spotlight winners, sharing your spreads because it's so fun to do that. So just look out for that this upcoming weekend. And then my March Plan With Me will hopefully be a normal one, and that'll be going up the last Wednesday of the month. And we will do P2P Spotlight winners for February at that point. So, but anyways, that is all I have for you today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching me put this spread together. I love how it turned out. I love this kit. It's absolutely stunning. So I feel a lot better having everything, organized and laid out in my planner and everything. So, but I hope that you're having a wonderful week. I hope you are well, and I will chat with y'all later. Bye.